My name is Joe Grumbine. I see some people here that I don't know, a lot that I do. I'm a founder of a group called the Human Solution, and this group supports cannabis patients in court, in prison, before they get taken out, as many of us ultimately do, and during the process. We raise money for legal defense, but we do this thing called court support. And it's a thing that a lot of people might not know about, but it's a form of activism that is as simple as showing up. And I've sat in dozens of trials, and I've recently been through my own 3-week trial for cannabis. And while I was sitting in my trial, I noticed this guy a few days, actually more than a few days, sitting in my court support. And it touched me deeply. I speak often to as many people as I can, trying to get people to activate, to become activists. People think about the word activist as, oh, you got to be some crazy demonstrator, you got to do weird things, you got to wear crazy hats on your head, and do wild things. Okay, you don't have to do that to be an activist. If you think about what's an activist, you're taking an action, any action, to affect change in a direction that you want, okay? We all do this, whether we realize it or not. One of the things that I'm always talking about is we need to be active in the political spectrum. We need to get out there and vote. We need to get people to vote. We need to remove these people that are in our way, these people that are causing the problem. We are the human solution. The problem is in office right now. Now, as important as it is to get somebody out of office, it's equally as important to put somebody in office. And in the 20 years I've been voting, I've never met a candidate that I really supported, that I says, I want this guy in office. I've never done that. Every presidential candidate, I was like, well, you know, they're good, but they're not so good. You know, it's everybody. It's always been, And the ones that I think, man, that guy should run, they never do. Until I met this guy. Okay, so for the first time in my life, and anybody who's ever known me for any length of time, I speak the truth. I've never endorsed a candidate before. But Steve Collett, I've watched him, I've listened to him, I spent time with him, I believe what he says, I believe that he's going to stand by his word, and he put his money where his mouth was. He's acted. And I believe that in the course of justice, this is the thing that we're all for, is justice. Liberty and justice for all. We used to say it in school every single day. When's the last time you felt that you had liberty and justice? I don't feel that way. It's been a long time. So maybe if enough people get out there and fight, we can get this. So Steve Collett has taken his life and says, I am going to fight for this. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to put my life out there for all to see so that I can make this change. I consider that to be a freedom fighter. And so Steve Collett, I present you on behalf of the Human Solution, the freedom fighter and justice honor from the Human Solution. Yay! Right? Absolutely, and I mean that with all my heart. I think I very much respect what you're doing, and you know, I think